Hello, I'm Dr. Jay Shelley. I teach mechanical engineering here in the Antelope Valley for Cal State Long Beach's extension program in mechanical and electrical engineering. The purpose of this video is to give you a little bit of information about our program, most importantly our admission criteria and what you need to do to apply. So before we dive too deep into details, let me answer a couple of frequently asked questions first. This is a degree completion program. That means that it is the upper division coursework only. So we are only open to incoming junior level students. We do not accept transfer students at lower than the junior level, and you must have the appropriate prerequisite classes for the engineering content for us to be able to accept you. This is an in-residence program. Classes are taught real-time by live instructors. If you're looking for an online program, this is not it. This is also a full-time program planned at 15 units a semester. So again, if you're looking for a part-time program, this is not the program for you. This is a commuting campus and students live on the economy. So with those details out of the way, hopefully the rest of you are interested in hearing what I've got to say. Who are we up at the Antelope Valley Engineering Programs? I'm representing a whole cadre of people, both locally in the Antelope Valley and on the main campus in Long Beach. Locally here, we have Dr. Ken Santorelli. He's our director, and his email address and phone number are here. When you call the office, the person who's going to answer the phone is Amy Barami, and she's our office coordinator. So she answers at extension 103 and Ken is at extension 104. My number, same phone number, area code 661-723-6429, extension 105. I am the professor of mechanical engineering. I have a colleague over here, Dr. Ahmad Kasai, who teaches electrical engineering for us. Same phone number, extension 106. He's in the office right next door. Okay, people that you need to know for main campus-based faculty and staff. Okay, Dr. Praveen Shankar is a professor actually of aerospace engineering on the main campus in Long Beach, but he is our advisor for the mechanical engineering students in the Antelope Valley. Now, he's in Long Beach, so his area code is 562-985-1518. If you have specific questions about engineering requirements, Dr. Shankar is the person that you'll want to talk to. Now, if you're interested in electrical engineering, Dr. Koo, Ihong Koo, also on the main campus. He is our electrical engineering coordinator and acts as the advisor for our local electrical engineering students. He is at 5082 for his phone number. And Dr. Dushi Sathyanathan, formerly the Associate Dean for Academic Affairs. He's since been promoted to Vice President. You can give him a call if you have overall questions on the administration of the program. Important, truly important, probably the most important phone number that is on these slides, and I'm going to come back to it at the end, Mr. Jason Deutschman. He is the head of the academic advising for the College of Engineering at Cal State Long Beach on the main campus. His email's right here, jason.deutschman@csulb.edu, phone number 562-985-1800. If you have questions about general education requirements or transferring in general, Jason is the guy you need to call. So, and if you ask me specific questions about, oh, is this specific class going to transfer, I'm going to send you back over to Jason. So get to know his phone number. And then our program manager for the College of Continuing and Professional Education is Mr. Mark Smith. If you have questions about administration of the program and how the program works, Mark is the guy you want to call. So, what is a degree completion program? What are we talking about for this in this particular program? We offer 2 degree objectives, a Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering and a Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering. These are offered through California State University, Long Beach, but taught with classes in the Antelope Valley. It is a cohort, so it is a degree completion program, so it is upper division coursework. You will come to us either from another CSU campus or from a community college. It is a cohort-based program. There are only 25 seats available in each mechanical and electrical engineering classes. So we enroll a total of 50 students a year, and we only admit in the fall. There are no spring admissions into our program. The cohort begins and hopefully ends the program at the same at the same time. The courses are offered in a defined sequence that we set. Your elective classes are predefined, and the program is planned at 15 units a semester. The total length of the program is 7 semesters. That's 2.5 years. It includes some summer content, and some of the summer content is on an as-needed basis. Okay, what's really unique about this program? One is that it's cohort-based. So we do some group dynamics and leadership in the orientation to encourage strong teamwork and to develop learning community among the students so that you can achieve more as a student and learn better than in a standard take classes as you wish kind of program. It also provides the opportunity to engage in extensive engineering projects throughout the course of the program and not just in one class. We have amazing industry support up here in the Antelope Valley, both with our native aerospace industry that's up here and the government partners in the greater Antelope Valley area. I'll give you a slide in a minute of exactly who those companies are. A lot of our instructors are drawn from industry. They have day jobs. We have a very active advisory board, and they help to provide us with project opportunities so that we have an industry-based customer for many of our projects. Who are our partners? We talked about a lot of support here. The City of Lancaster. They've provided us with the facilities where the classes are being held. The U.S. Air Force Research Laboratories, the rocket propulsion folks up on what we call main base, and the Air Force Flight Test Center at Edwards Air Force Base. The Navy, Naval Air Warfare Center at China Lake also help support this program. NASA Armstrong, they are housed on Edwards Air Force Base and also down at Plant 42 at the Palmdale Airport. They support our program quite strongly. Lockheed Martin, the Spaceship Company, Northrop Grumman, BAE, that's British Aerospace. Tybrin is a small business that supplies engineering support to the folks on main base, so Edwards Air Force Base, the Air Force, China Lake, and NASA Armstrong. AVC, Antelope Valley College, is our main feeder community college, and Saracoso, CCC, Saracoso Community College, up in Ridgecrest, also another one of our partner community colleges. They also offer a lot of their classes online, which is quite helpful. The benefits of our particular program: this is Long Beach in the Antelope Valley. The degree is identical to the courses that are offered on the main campus, and we have to meet the same program educational objectives as the programs on main campus. We're Long Beach, just operated up here. The graduation ceremony takes place in May on the main campus, and our students, our graduates, are eligible to participate in that graduation ceremony. We have complete library access, both online and on campus, if you actually wish to go to the library on main campus. We have student organizations and professional societies, joint student projects between the two campuses, and projects like the California Launch Vehicle Education Initiative, the CalVane project, is one example of the kinds of projects that we can work. There's tutoring available, and you get a CSULB student ID card, just like all the other students on campus, with all the rights and privileges that you get for being a student and getting student discounts in places. All right, so what are we talking about here? Let's get into specifics. That's a little bit about the program and what's unique about it and who we are. Let's get down to the brass tacks here. Bachelor of Science in Engineering. Okay, these requirements are generic to both mechanical and electrical engineering. Okay, so the curriculum is going to include foundational courses in math, physics, and communication. That's freshman composition and speech comm. These are required by our admission criteria. You pick these up at a community college, another CSU, another university before coming to us. We have laboratories that are furnished with state-of-the-art equipment, and the curriculum that is offered through our program supplies the necessary preparation to qualify students to sit for the Fundamentals of Engineering license exam. That's the first of 2 exams necessary to get a professional engineering license in the state of California. We provide that preparation in our program here. We have capstone design projects with the potential for industry support and with the potential to have an industry customer. There are strong potential for internships coordinated through our local industries in the greater Antelope Valley region. Small class sizes. We only admit 25 students. That means you're not going to be in a class with more than 25 students in it, because we set that as our maximum for this program. And there is a defined course progression. So there's no question of, oh, am I going to be able to get this class next semester even though it's really popular and it's always full? Yes. If you're in our cohort, you have a defined course progression. You'll get the classes that you need to graduate in 2.5 years, because that's the way the program is set up. Assuming, of course, that you pass all the prerequisite classes and remain a student in good standing. That means you pay your fees. All right, so I'm a mechanical engineering instructor, so let me tell you a little bit about mechanical engineering first. All right, foundation courses that we expect you to have required by our admission criteria: chemistry, design graphics, and statics. I'm going to give you more specifics on that in a couple slides. Okay, we're going to provide coursework in the mechanical engineering foundation: energy conversion, thermodynamics, fluid dynamics, physical dynamics, machine design, mechanics of deformable bodies, control systems, design, systems engineering, and computer-aided design. All of that we offer in the upper division coursework in our program. Okay, this coursework prepares you for careers in design, development, research, applications, operations, for mechanical, structural, thermodynamic, and other engineering systems. So our graduates go into developing rockets, developing airplanes, developing cars. We have some graduates out building valve bodies for hydraulic systems. We have graduates building earthquake-resistant safety shutoff valves for the gas pipeline business. A lot of very interesting and engaging careers await you for a graduate in mechanical engineering. And our students are also prepared to go on to graduate work if that's what they choose to do. So you're not pigeonholed in a undergraduate degree, in a baccalaureate degree pigeonhole through our program. You are qualified to go on to master's level work, and we encourage that for the students who are eligible to do so or inclined to do so. Okay, so what do you do in electrical engineering? Okay, these are, so our admission criteria are going to require foundation courses in electric circuits and computer programming before you come into us. So what do you do when you're with us? What do we offer? Electricity and magnetism, control systems, both digital and analog signal processing, and digital and analog circuit design, energy conversion, and design projects. This again is the foundation work that makes you, one, an electrical engineer. The kind of work that you do once you get a degree in electrical engineering, design, development, research, applications, operations in quite a number of fields: communications, control systems, digital and analog signal processing, electromagnetics, circuits, physical electronics, power systems. What are our people doing who graduate from our program? They're developing our aircraft and rocket components. They're supporting flight tests, again, designing earthquake-resistant valves, and again, we're preparing people to pursue graduate degrees as well. So students who can go on and choose to are meeting success in going on. So how about accreditations for our program? Okay, we carry 2 sets of accreditations, or we're working on 2 sets of accreditation. WASC, the Western Association of Schools and Colleges, that accredits the campus. We have been, WASC accredits Cal State Long Beach, we are accredited as a substantive change because we're more than 90 miles away from the main campus. We've carried that accreditation since the program stood up in 2011. And they are the ones who say we have the administrative capability, library access, student services, etc., that we need to be able to offer students a successful educational experience. That's their job. The second accreditation that we're working on is through ABET, the Accreditation Board for Engineering and Technology. ABET accredits engineering degree programs. If it's got engineering in the title, it better have an ABET accreditation that goes with it. Pursuing ABET accreditation requires that we had graduates from the program. Our first set of graduates was in December of 2013. We pursued accreditation at our first opportunity. We had our visitation in October just last year, and we're now in the due process phase, and we're awaiting the accreditation action from the full commission that won't meet until July. So we've got a little bit of paperwork to do, but we're expecting some good news from the accreditation board when they meet in July. So where are we exactly? We're in, for those of you who are familiar with Lancaster and have been here for a while, this is the old fairgrounds, just north of Avenue I on Division Street. So there's a street address, 45356 Division Street in Lancaster. This is a 25,000 square foot facility, and we've got 11 classrooms, dedicated mechanical and electrical engineering laboratories. We do have interactive televideo classrooms that are linked to the campus on Long Beach. We only permit them to be used under very special circumstances for very special classes. We've got Wi-Fi access, and unlike most of our colleagues, we've got free parking on campus. We also offer some of our classes on the Antelope Valley College campus that's just across town from us, over on 30th and J8. Some of the laboratories require specialized facilities, and it was much more cost effective and cemented our partnership to upgrade the facilities at ABC for hosting our classes than to try to duplicate that capability on our campus across town. So there's a couple of laboratory classes that we offer on the Antelope Valley College campus. Like I said, state-of-the-art equipment. Down here, you expect to see a computer laboratory. We've got a computer laboratory. It's a room with computers sitting on it. Teacher's desk way up front. Mechanical engineering, this picture happens to be of a lot of mechanical engineering equipment. Subsonic wind tunnel, supersonic wind tunnel, lathes and mills for the actual production of components, fluid mechanics experiments, and systems engineering experiments. We invite you to come over and we can show you around the facilities and show you what we have. From electrical engineering side, most of this equipment is over at the Antelope Valley College campus. The things that you would expect to see, let's see, the one thing that's truly, truly, truly important about this room is barely visible just over the top of that computer right there is a little red switch that is called a deadman switch that will automatically shut off the electricity, the current that runs to any of these lab benches in case the students do something that they shouldn't be doing. So there's an electrical engineering laboratory, lots and lots of outlets for the electricals. Most of their equipment is in the forms of resistors and capacitors and small little components, so it's kind of hard to get pictures of those. But breadboards, oscilloscopes, all sorts of fun stuff for the electrical engineers. Okay, so that's what you do in our program. That's what we've got. So how do we admit people? I put a lot of emphasis on admission criteria before. Let me be very specific now. Applicants that meet all of the following requirements are going to be ranked according to their transfer GPA, and they're offered admission on the on the basis of space available. Okay, so what are those admission criteria? Minimum overall college GPA of 2.5 or higher in all transferable college coursework attempted. Long Beach has a different way of calculating what is transferable college coursework attempted than a lot of the community colleges do. So we sometimes have the transferable college coursework GPA is sometimes different than what is reported from the community college. Generally not a problem for our students. We're getting very high caliber students, GPA of 2.5 or higher. Minimum of 60 transferable semester units by the end of spring term for fall entrance. Now most students are going to be applying with a fall term transcript and coursework in process for spring term, and we recognize that. That's not a problem. I don't think it's possible to meet the admission criteria with less than 60 units, but there is a 60 unit minimum. You must have a C or better in the required prerequisite coursework. I'll get to which classes specifically are prerequisite for us in just a second. Have to have a C or better in those. And then, of course, depending on your rank in the pool, we'll offer admissions. And your rank in the pool changes year to year based on the quality of the applicant pool that we have that year. All right, so 2.5 or higher, 60 transferable units. Let's see. All right, so what do we have for general admission criteria? All right, 27 units that are approved to meet the CSU general education requirements. You can go to assist.org, that's ASSIST.org, and that will help you out with anything. If there are transfer agreements already in place between a community college and Cal State Long Beach. It doesn't help you if you're trying to transfer from another CSU or from another organization, but it helps if you're in the community college system here in California. Okay, what do we have to have? Not just any 27 units. 6 units in Category A. Written and oral communications, 3 units each. So that's freshman composition and speech comm. Sorry, you're not getting out of speech comm. You have to have it before you can apply to our program. The critical thinking class is not required for our program. It's no longer required. It was when we first started. It is not any longer. So the critical thinking is not required. We need to have 9 semester units out of Category C. Wait, what happened to Category B? I'll get to Category B in a minute. That's quantitative reasoning. We have very special classes into that category. Okay, Category C, 9 semester units. This is arts and humanities. No more than 6 units in either art or humanities. So you have to have at least 1 class in the other one. Now, Cal State Long Beach has in its graduation requirements a requirement to meet general education classes in global issues and U.S. human diversity. That's 2 classes, 1 in global issues, 1 in U.S. human diversity. It is possible to double count classes in Category C for both Category C and global issues. If you can do it, do. Same thing with human diversity. If it counts for both Category C and human diversity, do it. Because you still must meet those global issues and human diversity requirements, even though they're not given a separate category for the GE requirements. 9 semester units in Category D. This is history and social science. You must have history, Constitution and American Ideals, and social sciences. And again, the global issues and U.S. human diversity requirements can be met from classes in this category. You have to look carefully to see what your campus is offering. Another detail to understand is the Constitution and American Ideals class must have a California component. If you're looking at coming to us from out of state, there is a 1 unit class available from a number of CSU campuses or community colleges that satisfy that California content. Also, if you're meeting the Constitution and American Ideals requirement from AP exams through AP credit, you must also have that California content class. Okay, and then 3 semester units of Category E, that's self-integration. Usually if you have a 3-unit Introduction to Engineering class, that Introduction to Engineering class generally counts for Category E for our program. Okay, so those are the 27 units of GE credits. We didn't cover Category B. Here is Category B for mechanical engineering. Slightly different between mechanical and electrical engineering. I'll get to electrical engineering in a minute. Okay, 25 units of math and science with a C or better. These are your prerequisite classes, must be a C or better. 12 units in calculus, Calc 1, Calc 2, Calc 3. 8 semester units of calculus-based physics. This is Physics 1 and Physics 2. So Newtonian mechanics, heat and light. Mechanical engineers are not required to take modern physics, but you may if you wish, but it's not required. 5 semester units of chemistry, so this is chemistry with a laboratory, needed to move on in material science for our students. 9 units of engineering fundamentals with a grade of C or better. Now, 2 of these 3 classes we offer in our program because they're not generally available from enough community colleges to give us a large enough applicant pool. So we do offer these classes, but if you can get them at your community college, do. It will save you time and money in our program. So 3 units of computer methods using MATLAB. This must be an Intro to MATLAB class. It's offered here as either MAE 205 or EE 202. We need 3 semester units of design graphics. We prefer SolidWorks, but any of the 3D CAD packages will work. If you use AutoCAD, it's got to be the 3D AutoCAD, but we prefer SolidWorks. Again, we offer that as MAE 172 in our program here. We also need you to take 3 units of calculus-based statics. That's equivalent to CE 205. We do not offer statics in our program here. So you must have that before you come in. And then, of course, the 27 units of GE classes that I told you about on the previous slide. All right, so what does that look like if you lay it out? What does our program look like if you lay it out graphically? It looks very colorful. Notice that we have our admission criteria, our admission requirements, in the black line on smack down the middle of the page. Here's your general ed prep in blue. That's Category A, written communications, oral communications. Category C, arts, humanities. Foreign language also counts in there. Category D, history, social science, Constitution, and American ideals. Category E, self-integration. And then you still have to meet these 2 Long Beach specific, these are Long Beach specific requirements for global issues and human diversity. You can meet them with some of the Category C or D classes, C, D, or E classes, or you can take additional classes if you wish. All right, here's our science, Physics 1, Physics 2, chemistry with a lab. Calc 1, Calc 2, Calc 3. Here's a special, this is not going to be in assist, the stuff that's in the gold box right here. If you have both differential equations and linear algebra, that will get you out of one of the classes first semester in our program, which is Math 370A. There is a requirement in assist that we cannot count lower division coursework to meet an upper division requirement, 300 level. That makes this upper division. And it takes 2 lower division classes to get you out of that requirement. My general advice to students is that if it is going to cost you extra time in applying to our program, don't worry about these differential equations and linear algebra classes. Take Math 370A with us. However, if you are going to be on the community college anyway because you've got to satisfy these general ed requirements, then pick up differential equations and linear algebra as well, and that'll get you out of Math 370A with us. It saves you a little bit of money that way. Anything that you see crossing over the line crosses over the line. We offer a 3D computer drafting class, that's MAE 172. But if you can get it at your community college, it's going to save you some money, so you can take it there. MATLAB Introduction to MATLAB Programming. We offer that class either as MAE 205 or EE 202 in our program. However, if you can get it at your community college, go ahead and take it. MAE 322. A few community colleges offer a course that is equivalent to this MAE 322 class in material science for engineers. It's not commonly available, but there are a few campuses that offer it. Antelope Valley College is one of the classes that offers it. If you can take it at a community college, it'll get you out of 322 with us. And then, of course, statics. Quite a number of community colleges offer an acceptable statics class for us. Okay, and then that runs you into your upper division program. The other thing to warn you about here, what I'm going to be very explicit about here, is the requirement to satisfy the GWAR. GWAR is Graduate Writing Assessment Requirement. That is a requirement from the state that says all university graduates in the state of California will be assessed to make certain that they can write in English well enough to be considered college graduates before the university may confer a degree upon them. That is the requirement. It is satisfied at Cal State Long Beach by an examination called the WIPI, the Writing Proficiency Examination. You must sit for the WIPI. As a transfer student, you must sit for the WIPI the first semester that you enter Long Beach. Same requirement exists for the students in the Antelope Valley, and we take the writing proficiency examination with the students down on main campus, and we'll set all of that up for you. But fair warning, if you're transferring anywhere in the state of California, you will have to satisfy that requirement. It's different for each university. If you're coming to us from another CSU and you have already satisfied the GWAR by that university's process, a notation is made on your transcript and we accept their GWAR requirement if you satisfied it. It's up to each individual campus how they're going to satisfy that. Long Beach uses the WIPI. Okay, and then that's what your coursework looks like for the rest of your program in mechanical engineering. And you can call me or come over and visit and we'll get information on what those specific classes are if you wish to know. Or you're certainly welcome to look them up online by number if you wish. Okay, that was mechanical engineering. Electrical engineering. Slightly different set of requirements. And these requirements are specific to the Long Beach program. They are not generic to all electrical engineering programs. If you are checking different electrical engineering programs, check with the campus that's going to be conferring the degree to make sure that you have the prerequisite classes. These are for the Long Beach program. All right, again, you need to have 12 semester units of math, Calc 1, Calc 2, Calc 3. Calc-based physics. Electrical engineers do have to have Physics 3, the light and modern physics. So Calc 1, Calc 2, Calc 3. 10 units of engineering fundamentals. Okay, talked before about the MATLAB class, EE 202 or equivalent. We do offer that on campus here. If you cannot get it at your community college, but if you can get it at your local community college, do. 3 semester units of computer programming in C or C++, equivalent to CECS 100. We prefer C++, but we'll take C if that's what you got. But you need to have that before you can apply to us. And you need to have a calculus-based circuits class with a lab. That's EE 211 and 211 lab. So circuits with a lab before you come over to us. And then, of course, the 27 units of general ed classes that I talked about before. What does that look like on a colorful chart when you look at that for electrical engineers? There's your GE requirements again. Remember those global issues and human diversity classes. Physics 1, Physics 2, Physics 3, Calc 1, Calc 2, Calc 3. Same discussion about differential equations and linear algebra. We do offer Math 370A here, but if you have time while you are at the community college, pick up differential equations and linear algebra, and that will save you some money when you come over to our program. Here's where we bust through the admission requirements. EE202, now we no longer offer EE211, so you must have circuits with your lab at a community college. We no longer offer this class. If you have digital logic that is equivalent to EE201, not many community colleges do, but a few do. If your community college has it, you may take it at the community college. And then, of course, computer programming in MATLAB. In MATLAB, and there's your C and C++. We do not offer that class. You must have that at your community college. And then the rest of the courses that you need to take to get a degree in electrical engineering. And same comments that I made for the mechanical engineers about satisfying the GWAR to be able to get a degree from Cal State Long Beach. So our students have a very good pass rate on the GWAR, so don't let that make you nervous. So, and you're prepared to do that with your freshman composition class generally. Okay, so how do we apply? So you've got all the admission criteria, you're ready to go. How are we going to evaluate your application? Application evaluations, our application period in general is open from the beginning of October as a standard CSU all the way through May. So we have an extended application deadline. You can apply up until 1 May for our program. So I should say all the way through April, because you can apply up to 1 May for our program. We have an extended deadline. Application evaluations begin in spring because our deadline is that late in the year, and it's a two-pronged application review process. First, you go through the CSU process to make sure that you're qualified to transfer to a CSU in general. That's the 60 units of coursework, the written and oral communications class, the Category C, Category D, general education classes. Yeah, so that's the CSU minimums. Oh, and the GPA of 2.5 or higher. So students who meet those criteria are then passed along to the College of Engineering, and the College of Engineering screens from there. Confirmed fully qualified students are given priority. These are students whose transcripts show that they have met all of the requirements. So confirmed fully qualified are given priority. And then other applicants are ranked by quality of the applicants. What does quality mean? Okay, grades and percent of the requirements completed. You must have English composition. You must have speech comm. And we look at the grades and withdrawals in your engineering prerequisite classes, your calculuses and physics classes. And that gives us a feel for the likelihood of success for any students in our program. What if you don't meet all the criteria? Okay, you can receive a conditional admit. It depends on the quality of the applicant pool. So if we have 25 or more fully confirmed as fully qualified students, you still might not have an option. But there is the possibility for conditional admit, and it depends on the quality of the applicant pool. What are we looking for that? Generally not missing more than 2 classes, maybe 3, but it depends on the number of engineering prerequisites that you've had and what you're going to need to take your first semester with us. And we'll give you a customized plan. Sometimes we'll tell you that you have to take statics, for example. If you haven't had statics, there is room in the schedule to take statics your first semester with us, and you must take it your first semester with us through Antelope Valley College across town. But if you have to take all of the classes that we offer that semester, your schedule is overloaded. We don't like to do that to students. That's not what we consider a survivable strategy. So that's the sort of thing that we're looking at when we give you a customized plan and a prescriptive timeline to complete the work that you need to do. If you are only missing general ed classes in the C or D category, sorry, can't miss anything out of the A category, but if you're missing stuff out of the C and D category, those you can pick up as late as your senior year so that you can juggle your GE classes in with your other engineering classes and be able to make things fit. Those courses are going to have to be taken at a community college, and you're paying the community college fees for those. It is not covered in our tuition. What does the timeline look like? I've already discussed this a little bit. Application window opens in October, and we accept applications until the 15th of May. So we've got an extended application deadline. In late May and early June, we confirm the acceptance of students who have applied, getting ready for registration and orientation in the beginning of August. So you need to, so once you are accepted into the program and you have a confirmed acceptance, you have to be registered, go through orientation, and meet with your faculty advisor. The good news here is that we can generally, because you're in a cohort and our program is prescribed, you generally only need to meet with your advisor once. As you'll get anything that needs to be cleared up can be documented right there in that first meeting, and then it's just a matter of checking off the boxes to clear up anything that the advisor has for you. There is then a cohort workshop where we do try to do some team building activities to develop learning community among the group so that you can achieve at a very high level in our program. And then the classes begin at the end of August. So that's what our schedule, that's what our timeline generally looks like. How do you apply? Same way you apply to just about every other CSU, through CSU Mentor. Okay, the secret, there's a super secret here. You have to select, okay, so you get on to CSU Mentor, you get yourself an account. Once you've registered, you select CSU Long Beach campus, then you need to select Special Sessions Degree Program. Now I've talked to you about Degree Completion Program, I've talked to you about the Antelope Valley Program. None of those keywords, where our campus is located at the Lancaster University Center, none of those keys that we've already discussed are in CSU Mentor to let you know that you're applying to our program here. It's called Special Sessions Degree Program, is the campus that needs to be selected, and then you choose either mechanical or electrical from the drop-down menu. Okay, if you have any difficulty with that, Ms. Amy Barami or Dr. Santarelli can talk you through how to use CSU Mentor, and also, of course, Jason Deutschman can do that. Cost. How much does it cost? We are an extension program here in the Antelope Valley. This is a self-support program. We do not get state funds for running this program. So the entire program is operated based on the tuition that students pay and the generous support that we get from our industry people. That means our costs are higher than standard tuition, but we are not as high as a private school education. We like to bill ourselves as giving you a private school education at a public school cost. So cost per unit is $495. That means each course runs $1485. Our costs have not increased since the program stood up in 2011. So this is the same fees we've been charging. So for a typical semester, assuming that you're taking all 15 units, that's $7,425. If you have to take summer classes, I haven't discussed too much summer classes, but if you need to take 6 units in the summer, that would be $2,970. So the total estimate, if you have to take all of the 75 units that we offer, that would be $37,125. That compares very favorably with the $42,000 that it would cost you to go to the main campus, pay in-state tuition of $10 grand per year, and get a housing and meal plan in the dormitories. So our students are living on the economy here, but the costs are actually quite comparable. So $495 a unit So the next question is, well, can I get financial aid if you're an extension program? Yes, you can. Full-time students, as long as you're taking 12 units or more, you qualify for financial aid through CSULB. Okay, there are some, because we are an extension program with a different tuition structure, we are not eligible for the state university grant programs. However, we do get all the federal aid programs, including veterans benefits, do come through our program. Now, the financial aid people have created a website for us right here. You can cut and paste this URL to see what is available specifically with CSULB. We, professor types, are not to be talking about personal finances with you guys. So if you have specific questions about financial aid, I recommend that you get on that website and you call the financial aid people on main campus at Cal State Long Beach on main campus. They're aware of our program and they can help you out with financial aid. So how do we run classes? Generally we run classes 9, sometimes we'll start at 8:30. But generally 9 o'clock in the morning to 6 o'clock or later in the evening. As I said, we do have a lot of industry professors. A lot of our instructors come in from industry. They have day jobs, so they come to teach you guys after work in the evening. So we do have a number of classes that run into the evenings. But we only offer classes on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Tuesdays and Thursdays are left open on purpose so that those of you who need to work can do so on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So classes Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays only throughout your program with us. Okay, where do you get more information? If you're interested in finding out what's going on here on a day-to-day basis, find us on Facebook. Like us on Facebook, that's even better. So we also have our own website. Notice our URL comes through CCPE, College of Continuing and Professional Ed. That's what makes us an extension program. This program is offered as a partnership between CCPE and the College of Engineering. Engineering, of course, takes care of the curriculum. CCPE does our administration. So ccpe.csulb.edu/engineering will get you to our website. We keep that updated reasonably well. You can also find us on Facebook. Like I said, Facebook, csulb.av.engineering, and that will keep you up to date with what's happening with our students, and on a more casual level with what's going on here. Right there I am in yet a different colored blue sweater. I have a lot of blue sweaters with our Facebook page. So like us on Facebook and we'll be able to keep track of you and you of us. All right, if you have any other questions, you're more than welcome to call us. Let me go back now. I'm going to swim back through here up to, you're more than welcome to call us. You're more than welcome to come over and visit. Okay, Dr. Santorelli fields most of the phone calls. Amy's the one who answers the phone. I'm here if you want to talk about mechanical engineering. Dr. Kasai, if you're interested in talking electrical engineering. The other person whose phone number you really want to keep track of is Jason's for transfer questions, questions about transfer classes. He's our guy. All right, so if you have any questions, call us or stop by. I look forward to meeting and talking to you. And it's been good to provide you with some information.